Hello everybody and welcome to DRL TV. I'm your host James Randolph, and tonight is the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park for the Canadian 50. 50 laps on this 2.459 mile racetrack road course. Currently underway with qualifying. Just about 6 minutes to go of this 10-minute qualifying session. As you see, Austin Collins currently on track doing his qualifying attempt. Real quick, I'd like to apologize for the lack of broadcast for the Truck Series the last couple of weeks. Things have been pretty hectic in my life, but we are back, and hopefully we'll be with you each week till the end of the season. After tonight, there will be one more regular season race, and that will be at Darlington next week. Be sure to tune in for that one, to the Darlington 175 Throwback Weekend. You'll see these truck drivers with their own throwback paint schemes. Looking forward to next weekend. We'll be able to crown our 2020 regular season champion in the Truck Series. As we go through qualifying, Austin Collins currently second. As we take a look to see who else is on track at this time. Still plenty of time to go for these guys to set a lap time. As we see Brent Kincott in the Ford truck currently attempting his qualified time. He was the fastest in practice. You saw him. He was pretty fast at Watkins Glen as well until a late race mistake cost him, but we'll see what he can do at his home track here in Canada. As we'll go on board with him to watch him take a lap around this racetrack. You see him really hugging that corner there, right up against that pit wall, off to the rubber strips, and then down into the downhill, long sloping left-hand turn. Into the right-hander. As he gets into the grass here, that's going to affect his second qualifying lap. He was able to put down one clean lap of 1:20.451, good enough for the pole with 3.5 minutes remaining. As you see Jim Westerfield in the 35 truck. As he's currently third fastest, his qualifying run is over. Who else is on track? Cody Gasky, he'll be starting the back of the pack, as well as Cody Barber. Let's see if Sidere's Jackson, he's on track. See what kind of lap time he'll be able to set. As he crosses the start-finish line, good enough for third of 1:21.927. As he goes off the track, he won't be able to complete a second lap. 2 minutes remaining in the qualifying session, and the 28 of Cody Barber is the last one to attempt a qualifying time. So it looks like Brent Kincott will be the pole sitter for tonight's event. Let's see if we can pull in some interviewers, as we haven't had a chance to talk to anybody the last couple of weeks. Let's see if we can start with our race winner from Gateway, Dakota Wilkins. Hey Dakota, this is the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, as you know, we haven't had the chance to broadcast the last couple of weeks, but you were the one that won at Gateway on August 25th, currently starting 11th here tonight at Canadian Tire. What is your plans going into tonight with 2 races left in the regular season, currently the points leader?
Just survive. I think I only got like 4. I had a bad race at North Wilkesboro, so I almost 30-point lead shrunk down to 4. So just survive and hope I can stay close to Austin and the other guys behind me, and hold on to the points leader and make it close going into Darlington next week.
Yeah, in Darlington, the Truck Series and Dynasty Racing League has not been to Darlington. It's going to be a first time for these guys. How do you think that race is going to go with the broad range of talent we have this year in this series?
Oh, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how it goes, especially with the tire limits and all that stuff. I think you're going to have guys burn up their stuff more than some other guys, so they're going to get tight and hit the wall. So it's going to be interesting. I'm excited for it, though. It's going to be a fun one.
Alrighty, as it looks like we're going to be gritting up here, we're going to let you go get ready for tonight. Good luck out there. Hopefully we talk to you at the end.
All right, thank you, guys.
And with that being said, let's see if we can pull in our poster for tonight, Brent Kincott. See what he has to say. Hey Brent, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. You're tonight's pole sitter, buddy. We know.
First time in 8 years of being in Dynasty Racing League. Oh my gosh! Finally.
Yeah, heck of a way to start the night. Not only that, but this is your home track. We know how fast. We know how fast you were at Watkins Glen until that late race mistake happened. Looks like you got a pretty fast truck out there tonight. What's your thoughts going in before this 50-lap event gets underway?
Oh my goodness, I'm shaking because I need a must-win. I need to win this race to get in the playoffs. So yeah, this is huge. It's only 50%. I gotta get the other 50.
Absolutely, man. It's a long race. Just hit your marks and get it to the end.
You got it. Gotta take it easy.
We have your teammate starting alongside you, Steven Sims. It looks like he's going to be putting up, making you put your money where your mouth is tonight, as he is very fast as well.
Yeah, he's pretty quick. But we're gonna work together and try to stay out front.
Alright, man. Well, we're rolling now, so we're going to let you go. Good luck out there. Hopefully we talk to you at the end of this one.
Here we go.
And that was Brent Kincott. You can tell he's very excited for tonight. Hopefully his nerves will calm down a little before he sends it down into turn number 1. Let's see if we can go through the starting grid. Brent Kincott, Steven Sims, teammates take up row number 1. Starting third is Siderius Jackson in the 85, Jim Westerfield alongside him. Daniel Holloway rounds out the top 5 with Adam Purcell starting at 6. Jeremy Hebel in the 1 truck starts 7th. Ted Emmenizer 8th. Austin Collins and Patrick Calgill round out the top 10. 11th goes Dakota Wilkins. We just spoke to him recently. David Rice starting 12th. David Lindahl 13th. Roy Grande in the 33 begins 14th. Rod Bosnar and the Brent Kincott teammate 15th. Dustin Jones 16th. Doug Lockrow 17th. Cody Gasky alongside him in 18th. And that'll do it for tonight's field. 18 drivers, a little less than normal for these guys. Not a lot of people own Canadian Tire, as this is only a once-a-year racetrack. But a big thank you to everyone who has come out tonight. Looking forward to seeing what these guys can do. As the field's making down the long backstretch of Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, we're going to get ready to go racing here. Being a road course, generally there will be no cautions unless there's a huge pile-up. Road course cautions are in effect for iRacing, so expect these guys to go green for these 50 laps. As the pace truck ducks off, Ben Kincott rounds the corner, and we are green here at Canadian Tire. They head down into turn number 1 for the first time. These guys, so far, so good. Stevenson's a little wide, but he managed to stay on the rumble strips. Ben Kincott leading down into the left-hander. Single file for the top 6. You see Austin Collins a little bit gapped from the top 6 drivers. And then yes, they take that right-hander. Around the corner, right behind Austin Collins in 8th is Dakota Wilkins. Already moved up a couple positions. He's able to get around Patrick Caldwell and David Wright in 42. Going back up front, Ben Kincott looking to lead the first lap. Sidears Jackson putting pressure on Kincott's teammate Steven Sims. There's a little blink there by the 45. We're going to have to monitor that throughout the night. As is Kincott who leads lap number 1. Gonna expect these guys to get pretty spread out after the first couple of laps. As you see, Patrick Cowdrell gets back around the 44, Dakota Wilkins for the 8th position. And David Wright is going to try to look to the inside. As we have one car, that's Daniel Holloway, who's had spun out. Getting back going. Doesn't look like he has any damage. He might have just lost it coming off the corner. Let's see if we can take a look at what happened with the 26 of Daniel Holloway. You see he was battling with Cassell, gets in front of him. Try to see exactly where he had lost it. I believe it's coming up. Right up here, he's going to take this hairpin. As you can see, he had a bad angle coming off the corner, gets on the gas, and then a little help there by the 58, a little tap as the 26 started to lose the 58, helped spun around, doesn't look like he has much damage. There's one car behind him's off track, not sure who that was. Might have been the 8 of Ted Emmenheiser, the black truck. He's going to lose a few positions because of that. So you go back off front side, Jackson in the 3rd position. chasing down the teammates, Brent Pincott, Steven Sims. 3 laps are now complete. Whole field has pretty much spread out. On board with Adam Purcell, currently in the 5th position. Closest battle we have on track is for the 8th position. Austin Collins, David Reyes, Doug Lockrow has come down pit lane. Take a look at his machine. A lot of damage. Let's see if we can see what happened with him. As you can see right there, losing it coming off the corner. Oh, a big wreck behind him. See if we can find out what exactly happened. You can see he already had nose damage. We're gonna go through the whole lap to find out what had. See a lot of drivers in front of him. Cody Barber, Cody Gasky being 2 of them. Gets around him. They go down the back straight. Into the final corner. You see the 1 and the 28 get together. So that was the lap before the Lockrow was able to get around that. You can see he loses it coming off of turn number 1. Gets it back going again. The 28 and the 1 get back around him. You can see Doug Lockrow is really having trouble on this lap. coming through the final corner. You can see the 37 wiggles and hits the grass and ends up hitting the inside wall. And that is why he is down the pit lane. As you go back to our race lead, Steven Sims half a second behind Brent Kincott. Steven Sims closing in on the Ford truck of Brent Kincott. 0.3 of a second is now the gap. Battle for the lead is heating up. We're going to go on board with the 45 of Stevenson as he looks to chase down his teammate. Blink out there for Stevenson. He's back on the track. Ted Eminez has come down pit lane as well. trouble for Steven Sims. It's going to lose him a lot of time. 2 seconds. Almost 2.5 seconds is the gap. Let's take a look at that one more time. You can see that big wiggle there. It's what cost him a lot of time. He's lucky he didn't send it into that concrete wall that was just there waiting for him. As you take a look at Cyrus Jackson, you see he has a lot of damage to his left front. Not quite sure when he sustained that. We'll go back a couple laps just to see if we can spot it. He has a clean nose here. Oh, right there, the 39, it looks like, of Dustin Jones was sideways. Steven Sims ended up hitting him. Let's take a farther out look at that. Looks like it was contact between those two drivers. We're going to go back another lap and take a look at what happened exactly between the 39 and the 45. You can see Dustin Jones way off course. That's going to set him up to get right in front of the leaders. So you see Brent Kincaid, Steven Sims. Kincaid was able to get around him. Steven Sims had that bobble. That's when Kincaid pulled away from him. We're going to see what happened now as they head down towards the start finish line. Through the start finish line, you see Steven Sims, he clipped the grass. That ended up clipping the 39. And then Cyrus Jackson just nowhere to go. Ended up running into the back of the 45. So big trouble there for the 45 of Steven Sims. Cyrus Jackson's in second, 9 seconds back behind Brent Kincaid. And we have Jim Westfield gaining. As we take a look at the lap times, Westfield was over a second faster than Cyrus Jackson, so the Cyrus Jackson definitely has some engine problems with that contact. And right behind them, Adam Purcell gets around the 45 of Steven Sims. on lap 15 now. I don't know if these guys will be able to make it all the way to 25 laps and split this into a one-stop race. They might have to make it two stops as we see Brent Kinkot getting around lap traffic. Brent Kinkot over 11 seconds is his gap. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes, this one should be in the bag. Chances of a caution are virtually zero. So there won't be a reason for the field to be stacked up again. Siders Jackson's doing a great job holding off the 35 from Westfield. That is Jackson goes off the track. That's going to open the door for Westfield. And you see the lap traffic right in front of them. They're going to get out of the way. See if Westfield tries anything. If they don't have enough time. Must have been some trouble for the Ford Brent Kinkot as the gap is now just under 9 seconds. Doesn't look like he has any damage. He must have gone off track at some point. His last lap was a 129 compared to Jackson and Westfield's 125, so he definitely went off track. I'll have to be careful not to do that too many times. So far, it's been all Benkinka leading all 18 laps up to this point. 12 drivers on the lead lap. David Lindahl, you see on your screen, he was the last driver on the lead lap at this moment. Cody Barber in the pit road for almost a minute now. Let's take a look at his. You see he has quite a bit of nose damage. He was in that wreck earlier with the one of Jeremy Hebel. Taking a look at Steven Sims in the 4th position. He's going to try to bounce back after the issues he's had the last few laps. Jim Marshfield still chasing down the 85 of Sidarius Jackson. Jackson doing a great job with that damage, staying out in front of him in second. Marshfield looking to get it around. He lost a little bit of it off the final corner. Taking a look back, we have Dakota Wilkins, Austin Collins. The battle for 8th is on. Austin Collins started 9th. He's currently 9th. His highest position of the day so far is 7th. As the 58 of Adam Purcell and 27 of Cody Gasly are coming down pit lane. Green flag pit stops underway for Adam Purcell. He's down and away. as something had to have happened to Thaddeus Jackson while we were focused on that battle with Austin Collins and Dakota Wilkins, as he is now in 4th. Let's see if we can take a look. Two laps ago, he's out in front of the 35. Let's stay on board and see what had happened. See a little wiggle there by Thaddeus Jackson. Now open the door for Jim Westfield. Alright, right there, the contact. Thaddeus Jackson goes up and over the turtles. And luckily it was runoff and not kitty litter that he got into, and he was able to get back on the track after losing a few positions. But more drivers able to get around him. 3 drivers. Dakota Wilkins, Austin Collins, David Wright got around him. It's now a 4 truck battle for the 5th position, excuse me. Pit stops underway at the halfway point. These guys were able to make it, so it'll be a one-stop race for most of these guys. Brent Kincutt staying out on the racetrack. Brent has a 15, almost 16-second lead over 2nd place, and then you got to go back 46 seconds to find 3rd place Steven Sims. Race leader down in pit lane, Brent Kincutt at the halfway mark. That's gonna got into the pits perfectly, no trouble for the 4. See if Steven Sims will be able to pass him. He's quite a ways back, not quite sure if they'll be able to get to him. And it won't be possible as Brent Kincutt's down and away. But Jim Westerville had some trouble because he's now back behind Steve. That's because he had pitted. My apologies. As Rod Fosnark come down to pit, Dave Lindahl has exited his green flag pit stop. With Jimmy Hebel pitting, that has had everybody come down to pit for service. Did you see King Cat going around the 39? Dustin Jones put him a lap down, a second lap down. 11 drivers on the lead lap. Roy Grande in the 33 is the last driver to be on the lead lap. You see there right in front of the Ford Brent Kingcott. As you take a look at the point standings, you see right there in the 17th position is Brent Kingcott. If he were to win tonight, he will automatically include himself into the yellow. He'll be a part of the playoffs with the win. That'll knock down, at the moment, it would be David Lindahl, but based on how tonight's points race goes, who knows how these four drivers will end up. The battle between Patrick Cowgill, David Lindahl, Cody Barber, and David Wright is going to be down to the wire next week at Darlington. I'd like to remind everybody that next week is the Richmond 175 for the Dynasty Racing League Grand National Series. That is Monday, September 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to tune in for that. It is the regular season finale for the 2020 season for the Grand National Series. And as long as Eric Wolf shows up for that event, he will be the 2020 regular season champion and earn those bonus points going into the playoff. And it's anybody's game for the Truck Series regular season championship, as going into this event, it was a 4-point lead between Dakota Wilkins over Austin Collins. And based on how they finished tonight, it might even be closer. If not, Austin Collins might be the new points leader. So a lot's going to be on the line next week at Darlington. And you see Brent Kingcott closing in on Daniel Holloway. Holloway had that spin early on in this race, which has currently put him back in 10th. Looks like Holloway left for a while. Putting up the fight. Thought he was going to let him go by, but Holloway's going to try to fight him out for that lead lap positioning. Cat finally able to get around him. And there goes Holloway. He spins out. Gets it back going right in front of Corey Grande, who's able to avoid him. So Ginka in open racetrack, a 20-second lead over Jim Westfield. When they get to the finish line, it'll be 20 laps to go. Oh, King Cat goes around. He was able to stay relatively straight. He's going to lose some time, but it's not going to be a whole lot of time. That could have been a lot worse for the four of Brent King Cat. We'll have to see just how much time he lost when he gets to the timeline. Looks like it was about 7 seconds, and Westfield's now 13 seconds behind him. Able to get through that part of the track smoothly this time. 13.5, almost 14 is the gap. He's back on pace. 20 laps to go. Try to see a battle on track. Jeremy Hebel got by Daniel Holloway. That was for the 10th position. See David Wright, I haven't really mentioned him. He's all by himself, currently in the 7th position, up 5 from where he started. Thaddeus Jackson, he's currently in 6th. Had that bit of trouble. You see a lot of damage to his front end. He's looking to hunt down the 31 of Patrick Calgo, who's currently in the top 5. Rod Fosnar in 15th, not here, as well as his other teammates, but he's in here hanging for points. You see Austin Collins just in front of him in 8th. And Adam Purcell started 6th, currently in 4th. Steven Sims is 25 seconds behind the leader. Currently in podium, a great points night for him. Dakota Wilkins is in the 9th position. The points leader heading into this one. He's only one position behind Austin Collins. So, points-wise, there would be a 3-point gap heading into Darlington if the race were to finish right now. Trouble in front of them. That's the 10 Rodfather of King Kong's teammate. King Kong able to get around it without any problems. Pit stop for Roy Grande, coming in from the 12th position. Couple notable names that were not able to attend tonight. We have Adam Perry, Jerry Rogers, Corey Sherman, Marvin Winfield, and 21 of Ricky Spring, and all those drivers were not able to attend tonight due to not owning the track. They'll be back next week at Darlington. Did you see Dale Lindahl going off the track? A lot of mayhem going on. King Kong gonna get through all of it. And see him lapping the 44 of Dakota Wilkins. That is Jackson. right out in front of them. In 8th, he's had a great day, gone south really quickly. Going on board with Rankin Cup. You see Siderius let him by. With that pass, there's only 7 drivers on the lead lap. Minus a couple minor mistakes, this has been a dominating performance by Brent. He had his home track, closing in on 10 laps to go. As Siderius Jackson spun it once again. As Siderius Jackson looks like he had some wheel problem as he ended up going straight into the barricade. It's an unfortunate night for him. He's going to have to tow it as you see him back into the pit lane. Very unfortunate for the 85. A little off track for the 4, but Kinkai able to keep it on. He has a 30-second lead over Jim Westfield. At the line, it will be 10 laps to go. Another spin behind King Cott. Not sure who that was. That might have been Dustin Jones. You see a battle heating up for the 6th position. David Wright, Austin Collins. Last lap, Austin Collins was 1/10 faster, but he goes off the track a little bit. You see that dirt pickup as he went over the rumble strip. That might give David Wright a chance as they go through the long left-hand bank. A little slide there by the 98. That's going to give David Wright a chance, but he wiggles as well. Battle's heating up. David Wright gonna look to the inside. Looks like Austin Collins let him by. Oh, huge wiggle there by David Wright. That's going to open the door, and Austin Collins will get back by him. David Wright spins it. See that one more time. Just ended up going wide. You saw all those tire marks of drivers previously going over that rumble strip, and David Wright's another victim. Ended up spinning it, but he's back and going. As you see Brent Kincott now in his mirror. Five laps to go for Brent Kincott. A 32-second lead over Jim Westerfield. We'll see if David Wright will let him go or if he's going to put up the fight. A little spin there by Brent, but he's able to keep it pointing in the right direction. He's not going to lose a whole lot of time. The gap is still over 30 seconds, 4 laps to go. Three to go for Brent Kincott. 3 more circuits, a 27.5-second lead. He doesn't need to overdrive it, and he'll bring it home in victory lane and lock himself into the 2020 playoffs. Steven Sims is down on pit lane. Taking a look, it looks like he has some damage. He's out of the truck too. This is not how he wanted to end his night. As you see Brent passing the start finish line, 2 laps to go. .28-second gap to Jim Westfield. Adam Purcell is now in third, 40 seconds back. A lap and a half to go for Brent Kincott. The white flag is out. Brent Kincott could coast or half bottle the whole way around. He has that big of a gap. Only 6 drivers on the lead lap. It's almost 5 as Brent's right behind the 42 of David Wright. An all-out dominating performance for Brent Kincott, leading every single lap tonight. Fastest lap in practice and starting on the pole. Down the long straightaway, heading into the final couple of corners. Coming off of the final corner, and Brent Kincott wins at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park and will lock himself into the 2020 playoffs. Jim Westfield's coming down to the final corners. He'll come home in second. As he's coming across the start finish line now, Adam Purcell will be coming home in the third position. And Patrick Calgo, we didn't really make much mention of him tonight, but he'll be coming home in fourth. Started back in the 10th position. A great run for him. And a great points night. That's what he needed. And fifth is going to go to the 98 of Austin Collins. But it's all about this man right now, Brent Kincott, as he burns it down in the runoff area. This is Brent's first career Dynasty Racing League iRacing Truck Series victory. After some struggles last season in his rookie season, he has come back very strong, very fast this season, and he's proved it, and it's finally paid off for him. Let's see if we'll be able to pull him in. Actually, while he continues to celebrate his first win, let's pull in the 58 of Adam Purcell. Hey, Adam Purcell, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, man, crazy race out there. Started in the 6th position, able to come home with a podium finish. Did you think that podium, 3rd place, is going to be in you tonight after the significant trouble from other drivers?
To be honest, no. I ended up going off track 9 times, but I guess you could say I had enough speed to help me there. And with Steven Sims, when he was way faster than me, but with him and his damage, I was able to get by him after a while, just slowly clicking down the laps because he had damage, and I would just catch him more and more and more, just slowly. But I ended up getting lucky with that top 3. I had a feeling that I had a top 5, but not a podium, not a top 3. I was very surprised by that at the end.
Well, the good news is with 1 race remaining in the regular season, there won't be 12 different winners in the regular season, so you'll be locked in based on your points. So congratulations on making the 2020 playoffs. That's a fantastic feat to do, and we'll see what you can do come the playoffs after Darlington.
Thank you. It's been a while. I know I still haven't gotten that first win like Brent just got here, but I hope it's coming soon. It's just I always have it right there in my grasp, and I just find a way to pull a Chase Elliott, I guess you could say, and just throw it away.
Well, the Darlington race next week will be the first ever race in the Truck Series at the racetrack. How do you feel about Darlington?
To be honest, I haven't raced Arlington with the trucks very much. I've done a lot of Cup, but I'm kind of hoping Cup and the trucks are very similar. But I hope I can go in there and get a decent finish and start off the playoffs with a good run.
Absolutely. And before we let you go, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give out?
Not very much, but I got to give a shout out to Brent. He got his first win in Dynasty. I think he's been in this league for almost 8-9 years now, and he finally got it. And congrats to him. And he just worked his butt off for this one, and he killed us all.
All right, Adam. Congrats on your 3rd place finish. We'll see you next week at the regular season finale at Darlington, and see what you can do on that track. Have a great night.
You too. Thank you.
Let's see if we can pull in our 2nd place finisher, Jim Westerfield. And then we'll bring in our race winner. Hey, Jim Westerfield, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, crazy race out there to say the least. Coming home with a 2nd place finish. Walk us through your night.
It's staying on the track. That was my main focus, and just racing the track. I wasn't worried about the drivers. I really didn't have that much practice here, so I kind of learned as I went. Brent definitely had the field gap by a lot, so congratulations to him for that win.
Yeah, almost 31 seconds was the final gap time between you and Brent Kincat. But going into the regular season finale, you are locked into the playoffs, so you don't have much pressure going into Darlington. How do you feel going to Darlington? Have you done much of the races in the trucks?
Did a couple. I feel pretty good. I like that track. It's nice knowing that I'm locked in, though. I'm not gonna lie, because it's really hard to pass there. It's pretty much a one-lane track, and there's gonna be a lot of beating and banging next week. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, there absolutely will be. Before we let you go, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give out?
Thank you for running the league. Thank you for broadcasting, and Villalobos Rescue Center. Always remember, don't shop, adopt, and Leroy's Auto Body Shop, where I work every day. So thank you for sponsoring the truck.
Alright, Jim.
And
Oh, go on, sorry.
thank you, Crystal, if you're watching.
Alright, Jim, congrats on your top 3 finish. We'll see you next week at Darlington, and have a great rest of your night.
Yep. Thank you very much.
And lastly, let's see if we can pull in our race winner, Brent Kinkard. We know he's super excited. See what he has to say. Hey, Brent Kinkard, this is the broadcast booth again. You got a copy?
I got a copy!
Well, man, we know that you're extremely excited, dominating the whole night, fastest in practice, got the pole, led all the laps, and you come home with your first career Dynasty Racing League Truck Series victory. Walk us through your night, man.
Oh my goodness. That was nuts. Well, the strategy was get out front, make it through the lap 1, and run your pace. That is literally it. I ran same lap times almost every lap other than the ones that I screwed up in. But just had to take it easy because I knew I was fast. I just needed to keep the truck in one piece.
Yeah, we saw a couple times that you had half spun it. You didn't really go fully around at all. That probably helped save a lot of lost time. But each time,
I lost like 20 seconds at least in just spinning.
Yeah, and you still won by almost 31. That's just how dominating you were tonight. But you gotta, every time you had spun it, you must have. Can't even imagine how you were reacting wise when that happened to you. But you managed to stay calm and you came home victorious tonight.
About damn time.
Yeah, and get this, buddy. With your win, you are locked into the playoffs.
Let's go! Yes! Let's go. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, after the season I've had, oh yes, that's bittersweet.
Yeah, that win in the end benefit's definitely playing in your favor. That's going to knock out one of those drivers who were trying to come into the playoffs based on the points who have yet to win. So this points battle is not over for those couple drivers who have yet to
it's gonna be nuts.
get a win. Have you done any practice at Darlington? How do you feel going into that race?
Have not done any practice in the truck. I think I did enough practice here. I mean, I'm just gonna go to Darlington and just see what I get. I'm not really gonna focus too hard on it. Just because, I mean, I'm decent at Darlington. Didn't have a good night last night, but I have good idea that I might finish top 10 next week. So we'll see.
Yeah, and all that pressure is now lifted off your shoulders going into that race, so you'll be able to enjoy it a lot more.
You got it.
And before we let you go, Brent, do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give out?
Oh my goodness, KFM fam, let's go! Oh my goodness. Rod Fosna, Steven Sims, for keeping me cool the entire race, because I just have Watkins Glen flashbacks all day long. And I'd like to thank my family, my coworkers, my Twitch chat. Oh man, yeah, we're gonna celebrate good on this one.
Alrighty, Brent. Well, we'll see you next week at Darlington. Congrats again on the win, man. It's been a long time coming. And
first career pole, too.
Yeah, a lot of firsts tonight in the truck series. Go out, celebrate. Don't celebrate too hard. You got work tomorrow.
I do. You're not wrong.
Alrighty, man. Have a great night.
Thank you.
And that is your race winner, Brent Kinkard. A lot of excitement and emotion going on for that Ford truck. Let's see if we can go through the unofficial results. Brent Kincott leading every single lap, started on the pole, fastest in practice, a perfect weekend for that team. Jim Westfield comes home second, Adam Purcell third, Patrick Calgar fourth, Austin Collins rounding out the top five, David Wright sixth, one lap down, Dakota Wilkinson seventh, Daniel Holloway eighth, Jeremy Hebel ninth, and David Lindahl 2 laps down, rounding out the top 10. 11th goes to Steven Sims, 3 laps down. Rod Fosnar, 12th. 13th goes to Dustin Jones, 4 laps down. Cody Barber, 14th. Sadiris Jackson, 15th, 12 laps down. 17 laps down is Roy Grande, and 16th, Cody Gasky. 17th, 25 laps down. Ted Emenheiser, 18th, 41 laps down. And Doug Lockrow comes home in 19th, 46 laps down. Taking a look at the next race on DRL TV, it is the Richmond 175, the regular season finale for the Dynasty Racing League Grand National Series, 175 laps at Richmond, Monday, September 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The next race for the Dynasty Racing League Grand National Truck Series, is the Darlington 175 Throwback Weekend. That is September 15th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 128 laps. And that is also the regular season finale for the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series. Take a look at the point standings. This was going into tonight. You see Brent Kincott in that 17th position. He will now be yellowed, and he is locked into the playoffs. That will, going into what tonight would be knocking out David Lindahl. We'll see how the points shape up going into the final race next week, but at this moment, Brent would be in, David would be out. Going into the playoffs, Adam Purcell has locked himself in based on the points, so one position will be available going into next week's race. We'll see who comes out on top, and we'll have the 12 drivers set for the playoffs. Thank you to everybody that makes DRL Dynasty Racing League possible. James Pandolf, owner, financial, and marketing. Thank you to the graphics and technical team of Martin Wenzel and Jordan Gonzalez. Thank you to the broadcasters, James Pandolf, David Warburn Jr., Rod Fosnar, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, and all the other special guests we've had throughout the season. Thank you to the race controllers, James Pandolf, Dakota Wilkins, Jeremy Hebel, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Doug Lockrow, and all the other people who have helped us this season. Thank you to all the admins, James Pandolf, Getty Buckner, Martin Wenzel, and David Welborn Jr. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series Canadian 50. Thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight. It's been a fantastic race, and congrats once again to Brent Kincott on picking up his first career victory in Dynasty Racing League Truck Series. Have a great night, everybody. See you next